Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today in this video we will gonna see how to create a time series animation using raster data onto the WebGIS using open source tools such as Geoserver and OpenLayers. So like in my earlier video I have shown how to publish your data onto the web and how to just display your data set. But suppose if you want to just show the change over the period of time of year or month or so. So if you have a rainfall data or temperature data or land surface temperature or Ndvi data, so if you want to show the change over the period of time, so you can do that using the Geoserver image mosaic tool, and on the front end we will use OpenLayers. So as you can see on this screen, this is a slider, so you can change as you are changing the slider, so it is changing the image and it is changing the date also, like this. So this time series kind of thing also you can do on the WebGIS using Geoserver. Also you can put a play and pause button. You just click on play, so it will automatically play. You can pause it, then again you can start playing, and the interval between this transition can be reduced also further. So we'll see how to create this kind of animation using the Geoserver. So prerequisite of this video is basically you must have Geoserver installed on your PC. So you can go through my earlier videos. So I have shown how to deploy the Geoserver inside the Tomcat, or you can also directly download the exe file of Geoserver and you can install onto the Windows. So I will be using the help file of Geoserver. This is using the image mosaic plugin for raster with time and elevation data. So this help file I will be using. So first of all you need to have a raster files. So let me just show you. So this is the Geoserver folder inside data. So you have to put your time series data inside the data folder of Geoserver. So here as you can see, this is coverages folder. So I have created a folder called I will create one folder, time series data. So inside that folder we will keep all the raster files. So these are the raster files. I will just copy all these and I will put inside the empty folder. So this folder should be located inside the data directory of Geoserver. If you put in E drive or somewhere else, so it will not work. So you have to put inside the data directory of Geoserver. So I am keeping it under the coverages. This is there. And also you have to follow some kind of naming convention, like here as you can see Ndvi underscore 2021 is the year, then 06 is the month and 10 is the date. So like this you have to follow this exact same convention, otherwise it will not work. You can go through this help file also. I will share the link of this in the description of the video. As you can see, you have to rename like this only. And further also, if you have data which is like on hourly basis, such as temperature or rainfall, that is hourly basis, so further also you can extend it. After that there is a way to do that also. If you go to next here, so if you go next here, so you can see if you have a data such as the temperature data, year, month, date, then T after the time, so 18 hours, 00 means minutes, then seconds, then 3 for milliseconds, and Z. So like that you have to give, if you have a data on hourly basis or even in minutes or seconds, so you can give the convention like this as they have shown example like this. So in our case we have data of particular date or fortnightly, so we will use this kind of naming convention only. So we'll consider only year, month and date. So these are our images. So you can see these images. Let me just show you one of the image. So it is simple images, Ndvi scaled Ndvi images. So I have multiplied it by 100 and added 100 to it, so make it a 8-bit. So if you want to get the Ndvi value, you have to divide it by 100 and then deduct 100 from it. So you will get the actual Ndvi actual Ndvi value. And one additional thing what you have to do, you have to create two files inside this folder. One is this one, time regex properties, and one is indexer properties. So we will create two files. And I will just rename it to and again I will copy paste and I will rename it to this. So just you have to copy this information first in the indexer.properties. So you can go on Google, if you type raster time series data in Geoserver, you will find this link. Otherwise I will give the link in the description of the video also. So just copy, simply we'll copy it and we will put inside this indexer.properties.txt. So it is nothing, basically time attribute ingestion, elevation. So we can remove this line because there is no elevation data also. So further in Geoserver there is an option, you have a time series data and you can have different elevation, like if you have temperature of different elevation also, that also you can use. So if you can remove this also, there will be no effect. Otherwise we will leave it like this also. It will create one field of elevation also, but there will be zero value for that. So we will just simply save it and we will rename it to we will remove the extension of .txt, and after that we will copy this time regex.properties and we will open it and we'll just copy paste it. So it is nothing but it is only telling you 0 to 9 bit, these 8 values. Basically you see 2, 0, 2, 1, 4, then month, then month and date. So these are 8. So that's why you are telling it, okay, this is the date, year and month. So if you have after this, you have hours and minute and second, then you have to, if you go to the next page, you can find the way of writing it like this. This is the way, 0 to 9, 8, then T, you have to rename it like T, then 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and Z. So then you have to give this kind of naming convention. Like instead of form YYD in previous, the regex has to specify in this format. So we will use this simple one right now. So now we will simply close it and we will rename it to, we'll just remove the extension from it like this. So now we have these two files and we have all the files here and we have with the date and everything. Now we will go to the Geoserver and we just log in to Geoserver. We will create a new workspace first. Let me just give it a name of Ndvi. Any name you can give. And you can give the namespace URL, then save it. Then go to stores. We have to add new store and here we will select image mosaic. We will click on image mosaic and select Ndvi and give any name. So we will give time series Ndvi Punjab, like this we will give, okay, and just browse it, go to the same folder, automatically it will go to the data directory. Just select coverages and select that folder, time series data. So you have, and just click OK. So and just save it. So it means everything is okay, we are ready to publish. And now if you go back to that folder, you'll see that it has created a shapefile. If you open that shapefile, you will see the list of the file names and Geoserver has created two fields. One is for date, one is for elevation. As you can see here, this is the list of the files. Ingestion is date and this is elevation. So like this, it has created a shapefile. So if you don't want to use shapefile, so this has an option of database also. So it will create a table in PostGIS instead of like this. So for that, one extra file we have to create. This data store.properties, you have to give the host of the database, which port it is running, database name, public, username, password, everything. So it will create a table instead of shapefile in the PostGIS database. So that depends on you whether you want to use shapefile or database. So in our case, we are using simple shapefile. So we'll click publish now, and now just you give any name. Okay, name is automatically it is coming time series data. Let me just rename it to Punjab. After that, you have to declare the projection. Okay, automatically. Then finally you have to just go into the dimension and you have to enable the time and just select list. So now we have enabled the time and save it. So now if you go to the layer preview, you go to time series data Punjab and OpenLayers. So you can see this is the file. So here, if you on that link, if you just write here and time is equal to 20220101, and so it will load the image of that particular time. So now it is in grayscale. We will apply style to it. So what I will do, I will show you the style of Ndvi I have already created. This is the style. So I have just given different color to the different ranges. Simply you can also create your style using SLD, and I will apply the style to it. This file in under publishing tab, just we will select here Ndvi. So now these are the color scheme we will apply to the, this is the scale Ndvi, and I will save it. So now here, if you refresh it, so now we got to color here. So simply if you change the time here, let me just show you 10th June 2021. So like this, you have given a extra dimension to it, time. So this is manually you have to give. So now we will see how to make it dynamic, so you can see the time series animation. So now we will use OpenLayers to make a web application, front end application. What we will do, we will use VS Code as a code editor. So just let me open VS Code. I will create new folder here, time. Just rename it time series Ndvi. So we will keep our file inside this folder. Let me just go open folder, and on the desktop we will select time series. Let me go to desktop first. Yes, time series Ndvi. So very quickly we will create three files. One is index.html, and then we will create a JS file. Let me give a name to map.js, and we will create a style file, CSS file basically. So very quickly in the index file we will just give HTML tag, HTML5. We'll give the name of the document to time series Ndvi. Okay, just I will save it. If I go live, and I will just simply go to localhost, So time series and Ndvi. So we have created a web page. Now inside the body we will create a div for map, for rendering the map. Simple as that. I will save it, and also we will import the script file, script src, and here we will give map.js. I'll just save it. Now we will import the OpenLayer library. So very quickly we will go to the Google, type OpenLayers. We'll go to the OpenLayers homepage. Quick start. We will copy this CSS file link here. Then we will copy the path for the JavaScript file here. Now just save it, and then again we will make a, I'll copy paste this also, and I will give the link to the style.css, this file. Here we will give html body. So I will just give, I'll copy paste this here, HTML body 100% and map. So we have given the ID here, map ID. So now we will create under JS file map/view two variables, and we will just view is equal to new ol dot, what the hell, view. So we will create one view, then here we will give projection first. We will declare the projection of the map. So we will be using EPSG 4326. Then center of the map we have to give in latitude longitude, and then we have to give zoom. Let me give 8. So let me just see first the latitude and longitude of Punjab. We can see the latitude longitude from here also, I think. Here if you see 7533 3087, 75.33 30.87. I think this is the latitude longitude. Is fine. Okay, fine. So now it is one same thing, and zoom is we are using 8. After that we will just declare a map, new ol dot map target. We have to give the div like map. We want to render the map inside the map div, so this is the map div, so that's why we are giving this name here. After that view, simply we have to write view, this view which we have given, and just simply, and I'll save it. So now as you can see, we have loaded the map. This plus and minus sign is zoom button. So now we will add layers also. So simple. Now after this we will create 2 layer group. One is the base map, new ol.layer.group. Title we will give it to base maps, and here we will give layers, then we will give the name also, and we will simply map dot add layer base maps. Now we'll create another layer group called overlays is equal to new ol.layer.group. We will give title to it, overlays and layers. We will make it empty right now, and we will just write map dot add layer overlays. That's it. So now we have two layers. So in this we will add layer now. So let me just copy two base layers. One is satellite, one is OSM from here. And simple as that, I will put these two here and just satellite. I'll copy this here, satellite and OSM. So now if I, as you can see now we have map here, but we don't have layer switcher, so we will download the plugin of that also. We'll use third-party plugin. So this we will use over layer switcher, layer control for OpenLayers. Just we will import the CSS file in the index.html page. Let me just so now we have imported both CSS and JS file for this layer switcher. Now we will use simple layer switcher like this. So this is the layer switcher, new OL control. And map.add control layer switcher layer.enter panel. Now we should be able to, not this one, yeah, this one. As you can see now we have, but base map is not okay. Let me just check. Okay, title. Okay, this is wrong. We have to write title. Now I think. Now you can see, you can switch off between this satellite and base map and overlays. We haven't add any layer. Now we will add WMS layer like this. So now we will add overlays. Ndvi over layer image. This link is from Geoserver. Here we have to change the name based on the Geoserver. So we will copy this name here and just we will replace it. And whatever time image you want to load, you can change it here. So right now we will use 10/6/2021, so it will load that only. So this we have to make it dynamic for making the animation. So I'll save it and we will push that layer overlays dot get layers dot push Ndvi. So we are basically, what we are doing, we are pushing this Ndvi into the overlays, this layer group. And then we have to call this function to reflect that on the layer switcher. Now if you see here, yeah, we have this image. We can switch on, switch off this now. So this is 10th June image. So if we change this image to, suppose this time here 2022 0101, like this. So this image, so now we have to make it dynamic. So we will create a slider and buttons and everything, that I will show you how to do that. Let me just let it be like this initially. So now our basic thing is ready, only we have to make this dynamic. So first we will create in index.html, we will create the element. Let me just copy it from here. These are the elements we have to add. Like you can see 3 buttons: play, pause and reset button, and this is the range, HTML element range. So we have 0 to 22 value, means because we have 22 images, so that's why we are using it 0 to 22. So we'll save it. So now if we, as you can see now, this is our slider, this is a play button. So we have to give some style to it, so it will look good. So let me just copy the style also from here. This is the slider style, and I'll just simply give some styling to it. So now it should look better. Now our slider is okay, as you can see now. Okay, so now we have element edit. Now we have to copy some code from here. So this is the whole code, just very small code is there. I will just copy paste and then I will explain this. After that, just I will copy paste this. So first of all, we have created an array. This is dates. So all the 22 dates are, we have written here in the array, whatever date images we have. If you see in this folder 2021 6 10, from here to here, all the dates, we have created an array like this. Then we are calling this date value. Basically this is nothing, this one. So our date here, date will come based on these images. So we are calling this element and we are just giving the starting date 0, means this date to it, because initially we have loaded this date data. So just let me save it, and as you can see now this data is loaded, that's why 0. So as I change it, it will change, as you can see now it will change. So like this it is changing. So this is for that. Okay, this slice is not needed. Slice we have used because if you are using after this date also, you are using hours, time, minutes and seconds and everything. So then first 10 only this digits I want to slice, that's why I use slice 0 10, but there is no need because only 10 are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So I will remove this from here, and after that this is the slide range on input, means when you are changing the date, what it is doing, it is date value, it is putting that particular, it is taking that particular date and putting here. When you change this, so it will change this also, so it is for that. So after that, overlays, get layers, basically this we are pushing this data in the overlay group. So overlays dot get layers, get source, update parameter time, so it is updating the time parameter, this parameter based on your slider. So this function is for that, this much. And after that, this is the loop, basically automatic. So when you, instead of changing like this or like this, whenever you're changing like this, if you want to make it play, so it will change. See, it is changing now. So for making it automatic like this, you can pause it, again you can play it, and you can make it stop and reset again, and again you can play it. So for making it automatic, this piece of code is for that. this much. So as you can see, it is starting I is equal to 0, I is less than 22 because we have 22 images, and we are calling this function set timeout 500. So 500 means it's 0.5 seconds, it's milliseconds. So if I make it 1000, so it means it will change, it will run the iteration every 1 second. So now if I play it, it will be moving very slow. In 1 second it will change one image like this. So you can change this time according to your need, and it is doing nothing. Similar same function I'm calling here, update parameter date I. So it is moving, it is for each and every date it is running the loop with the delay of 1 second, and it is just changing the parameter onto this. So this is, and after that we are just on click, we are running play function we are calling. On the click of pause button we are calling pause function. On the click of reset we are calling the reset function. So these are the three functions as you can see here: reset, pause, and play this function. So when we do reset, what it will do, it will make a counter back to 0, and it will change the slider to 0 also. And if you click pause, so it will clear the timeout, it will pause here, and then you can again start. So these are the three functions as you can see here. You can stop and reset. Let me save it first. And I think this slice is not needed anywhere. I will remove this slice. Slice is only for the reading the first 10 digits. Already only 10 digits are there in the date, so no need of that. Yes, now okay, somewhere 141. Okay, sorry, so I've just made a small mistake here. You have to just do like this and just save it. So now we have this image. Now if you play it, so every 1 second it is changing this. You can pause it, so it will pause the animation, and if you again play, it will start from the same point. My PC is a bit slow, otherwise it is loading bit slow. You can make it stop and reset, so again from the start it will start. So you can reduce the time, depends on you, the time and everything. 500 millisecond, that would be fine, I think. So you can use it for basically for temperature, rainfall, any kind of data, surface temperature, and you can use this slider also like this. As you can see how fast it is working. So similar example is also there in OpenLayers. If you go for OpenLayers WMS time, so we'll find the similar example here also. So you can go through this also. This similarly play. If you start playing, it will change the every 50. So as you can see, they are using hours and minutes. Date is same. So you can also do that. So you can go through this example. I will give the link in the description, so you can use this example to further go for in hours and minutes. That depends on the data which you are loading. Similarly, thing can be done with the vector data also. Suppose you want to track the basically how someone is moving from one place to another place, what is the route plan and everything. So at what time what person was there, so you can track that also. So in the vector file, if you have a column, okay, at particular lat long at this time he was there, so you can see the track also. So maybe in the next video I will show you how to use that for the vector data. So in the case of raster data, you can do like this using this mosaic plugin. So I think, guys, that's it from this video. What I will do, I will zip this all these 3 files. Sorry, I think where it is, this folder. I will zip this and I will give the link in the description for this code also. And also what I will do, I will remove this shape file and I will share this whole folder also. It's not a big folder, it's a 20-25 MB, so you can try it on your own, on a machine, or at your own end you can try. So I think, guys, that's it from this video. Please give a thumbs up to this video if you like the video. Please do leave a comment if you face any problem. I will try to reply to each and every comment.